Hello and welcome to Virtual Tarot. I'm Ava.
And I am Trudy, and we are broadcasting from El Armana.
El Armana in the middle of the Egyptian desert in the year 1350 BC.
That's right. And why are we here? And why are we wearing shades, you may ask?
I don't know.
Because
we are crazy.
Yes, that's true.
It's true. So, but other than that, we are honoring the sun god, Aten, behind us. And he was the very first monotheistic god, the single god, one god that started the entire monotheistic movement.
It started it all.
Yes, it started
here.
Right here.
Yeah. And it's hot back here.
It's hot.
We're in the middle of the desert.
Yes, we're dressed to go out later.
Yes. And we are actually in El Armana, which would be the newest capital of Egypt, founded by Akhenaten and his lovely bride Nefertiti.
Yes.
This lovely kingdom will go on for 17 years.
Not too long, but long enough to make a huge imprint historically. So from that point on, even though for several centuries they went back to polytheism, it did take root in the human psyche, and then eventually Christianity and Islam and all the other monotheistic religions emerged.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. So there's a lovely documentary that Ava will narrate at the end, so please stay tuned. And now, with no further ado,
yes, for all the fire signs. All right.
So here you are at the
Aries.
Oracle's table, Aries,
Yes.
and it is time for your reading.
Yes, last month, the month of May, was actually quite a practical month for you, because you simply had to watch your budget, manage your budget, keep everything intact, make sure that you didn't spend too much. That's all. So it was a lot of that, and maybe even being a little defensive about certain things in your life, having to defend yourself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we've had a lot of pentacle cards coming up.
Right.
For Aries, so you're really focused on the practical.
Yeah, so it's a practical month for you.
Yes.
But let's see if it's any better.
Which is so strange for Aries anyway.
Yes, that's true.
Aries is usually like Knight of Wands,
Right.
Eight of Wands, fire, because you're a fire sign.
Right.
Okay, so let's see.
So let's see.
What do we have?
I don't know.
Oh, wands. Okay, more wands. It's funny we mentioned the wands.
Oh, that's right.
So this is Two of Wands, Aries,
Yes.
just so you know. And twos are always about decisions and choices. So perhaps you have two passions. Perhaps you have two possibilities in your life.
Or two job offers.
Yeah, in career.
Right.
Or just in, like, where should I live?
Right.
That could also be it.
Or what should I study?
What should I study? That's right.
Or the card also is sort of looking out. The gentleman in the card is gazing out into the world, sort of seeing
like this, kind of.
Yeah, like looking at the world and
Like
seeing what the possibilities are. The broadening his horizons, you see, stepping outside of what is known into what is less known.
Right.
Pardon me. And having to decide which way to go. So having two options, and yet trying to extend his horizon at the same time. So which choice brings you more fulfillment?
Right.
Is the question of the card. So it could also be, I mean, maybe it's as simple as having two vacation choices.
Right. Oh, it's June. That's true.
That's right.
That's
Where do
true.
you want to go in the world?
Yeah, where in the world do you want to go today?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you land on a website page, like the home page,
Mhm.
The homepage always asks you, where would you like to go?
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of like you're just landing in new territory.
That's a very good way to put it, yes.
And there's the question, which it always is, you know, what would you like to do here? Where would you like to go?
Yeah.
Why are you here in the first place?
Right. So it's questioning. Also, there's something reflective about it. He's got the world in his hand.
Right, right.
And so he's perusing all his possibilities, but there are two main options that he's considering.
Right.
And what would give you more, extend you out into the world more?
It's like The Accidental Tourist.
Oh.
Yeah, that movie.
Oh,
we'll post that on our Facebook
I've never
page.
Seen that.
The Accidental Tourist.
The Accidental Tourist.
That's your theme this month. You're the accidental
tourist. We don't have
tourist.
a lot of time to discuss
Aries.
what that movie was about.
So we'll just post it.
Yeah, we'll just post it for you.
Okay.
So good.
In the position of challenges.
The challenges.
Challenges. This is always the big card. Queen of Swords.
All right, that's it. That makes sense to me.
It's in the position of challenge. So you got to say it like it is.
Right.
You think it and then you say it.
Yeah. Well,
so.
All right.
Intellectually.
So what this means is that you don't go with your heart. You go with your mind. You go with your reason, your intellect, your rational mind. Your challenge is to make your decision rationally, not necessarily with only what feeds your heart, because there are certain elements to this that need to have practical application. So the engagement of your reason becomes your challenge. Can you remain grounded in reason?
That's right. I got nothing to add to that.
All right.
That's really good. Think before you speak.
Yes.
Think before you do. Think before you sign up for something.
It's anti-Aries.
Yeah. So think before
because Aries doesn't want to
make a choice.
Do that.
Right.
Not that Aries are irrational.
No, not at all.
That it tends to be the second option.
Right.
That it tends to be the second option.
Right. Right. Oh, in the position of
the unexpected.
Ooh.
So wherever what your choice.
The Empress.
This is wonderful. You either get pregnant.
Yay.
Or if you can't get pregnant, that is, if it's good, would be an immaculate conception.
Right.
Then one of your ideas or one of your passions actually bears fruit. You are able to bring into the real world one of your passions with the aid of reason. It seems that you need some sort of intellectual plan that has to be put in place for your passion to actually fructify.
Fructify. We like that word. That's a good word.
Fructify.
Yes. So it looks as if you are going on a vacation, if you are the accidental tourist, unexpectedly you're going to be the accidental goddess.
The accidental goddess.
You're going to be on the beach in your bikini,
yes.
Admired by...
Yes. Well, Venus is right there.
The other sex.
The little heart. Venus is about love. It's about, well, actually it's about beauty and symmetry and all things that are materially beautiful. So it's nature. Enjoying nature.
So unexpectedly, you're enjoying nature as you're making this radical choice almost between two different passions. It throws you into this situation where you're surrounded,
and you're also admired for your femininity, admired for your beauty. And the beauty within or the beauty without.
Yeah.
So, yay All right,
I'm going to put my glasses back on.
I need to see this.
Again, take your birth control pills, girls, because
You're
this
very fertile.
is the card
You
of
could get
pregnancy
pregnant.
unexpectedly.
So
Yeah.
be very cautious
Yes.
unless you want to be pregnant.
Or you could unexpectedly have a tryst. Just the tryst.
Just the tryst.
Yes.
But yes, it's sensuality, sexuality.
Yeah. It's
It's
Victoria's
it's
Secret.
deep and authentic femininity.
Right. This is the card of sexy underpinnings. It's like Victoria's Secret.
Oh yes.
If you're gonna put a card on top of the Victoria's Secret idea, it would be the Empress.
Yes, indeed, indeed.
Yes.
All right,
The
let's
sexy,
see what's at
sexy
the end of the month.
gal.
Wow.
That's really good, the death card. This means that all of this, the choice, the intellectual choice, and the unexpected
Pregnancy.
moment, be that in Victoria's Secret,
yes, or whether that's
underwear or whatever it is, you see yourself in a new light. You have the death card, which means complete and total transformation. Your whole life is about to change, which is awesome.
Which is awesome. You're
Yes.
shedding your skin. You're shedding the old you, and a new will emerge at the end of the month.
Yay!
Well, you've got 2 major arcana cards.
That's right.
So this unexpected event will have transformative effects on your life and on who you are. So it's not a small thing, this unexpected card.
Right.
Because look what it leads to.
Right. Well, I mean, the most obvious way to read this is that pregnancy.
Oh, definitely. Pregnancy will change your life.
Yes, and it will cause complete and total transformation of your body, said by someone who's had quite a few.
She's had 4 children.
So
she
that
ought to know.
totally makes sense. However, this Empress card can also be the card of, it's not the moon, but it does speak to the feminine, sort of the stages
Yes.
of female sensuality, sexuality, and we all go through different stages. Sometimes we're up in terms of fertility,
Yes.
and sometimes we're down. This is up.
Yes.
So if that's up in sensuality and maybe you were down before, the transformation could be the up. So now you go from being maybe a little less sensual to completely sensual.
It's sexuality, but sexuality it doesn't even have to be confined to the body. It could be about your spirit.
Yeah.
And you become more sensual. That is, that you become much more connected to your environment, to your world, to your life. You feel at home.
In tune with your senses.
In tune with your senses.
That's right.
And your environment, apparently, that which you've manifested, that which was gestating in you, you give birth to, and that literally changes your life.
Right. So your challenge is to be
very smart.
Yes, to have this sense of think before you do.
Yes, think before you do. Calculate. Because even though we're talking about what is the 2 of Wands are your passions. Don't let those passions be that which completely rules the situation.
But these are in diametric opposition.
They are.
So you have the Empress in position of the unexpected, and your challenge is to be the Queen of Swords. So somehow these 2 things have to live
side by side
during this month, where we have these 2 wands here. Okay, so somehow that's the transformation.
Yes. So
the transformation is to think before you create this sensual sort of persona, which could have to do with your lover. It could have to do with the timing of a pregnancy. It could, but once you do those things, you will completely metamorphosize.
That's right. That's right.
So I think a lot of it really does have to do with the balance of these two sides of the female psyche.
I see a woman beside a beautiful pool of water, birds singing. She's in Victoria's Secret outfit, and she's reading Schopenhauer.
With wings. Yeah, so you're a smart and sexy gal.
You're smart and sexy.
And it works.
And it works, and whatever you then can birth from it,
yes,
will change you and change your whole life.
Yeah, so maybe it's just the integration of those two sides of your nature.
It's the integration of those two sides of your nature that will actually have a sort of an alchemical effect on your psyche, on your being, and you will manifest a new you.
Right, you can go out into the world as a completely brand new Aryan
That's right.
gal.
That's right. Because the personality is not fixed. We are not it.
Yes.
We are always growing and developing.
You're a butterfly.
You're a butterfly.
Yay!
At the end, this is the butterfly. Let's call this the butterfly card.
It is the butterfly card because it is like the Victoria's Secret angel. She's got wings.
She's got wings and she takes off.
Yay! So, if you would like to know more about your reading, please visit our website,
virtualtarot.wordpress.com.
Yes, and we'll be happy to read for you. We have quite a few readings that we offer on our website.
Yeah, we please have a look and see if there's something that pertains to your particular circumstance. And what you do is then you make your donation with the appropriate amount, and then submit your question or questions to avatrudy@yahoo.com, and we will respond immediately. These readings are our work of art, and they are completely personal, very intimate, and they allow you to connect to your higher mind, to your guiding angels, to give you perspective that you can't get yourself.
Yes, very well said. And that's about it for the readings.
That's it.
We've done a lot of readings for a lot of people. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
And you know, they come from all over the world.
They do. It's so cool.
It's so interesting.
Yes. So,
Egypt, Africa, China.
Yes.
Timbuktu.
Right, right. So we really appreciate it. You guys are really interesting, and you have very interesting lives.
Yes, what fascinating lives you have. And we're very privileged, actually, to partake in them. Thank you very much.
More interesting than our life.
Much more.
Our life. Here. Our life here at the Oracle's table.
Yes, well, it's interesting, though, taking all these trips back into time.
Yes. That's been a lot of fun.
Yes, I love to time travel.
Yeah, so speaking of which, please stay tuned again for the documentary at the end. Ava will narrate the history of Akhenaten and Nefertiti, why we're here once again in El Armana, and also tell the story of the roots of monotheism.
Yeah.
Where did this single God concept come from? And how does it relate to the feminine divine? So stay tuned for that. And also, last but not least, check out our Pinterest page.
Yes, and join us. Join our family.
Right. It's called Tarot Girl. I set it up.
You did?
There's a picture of me. Taking a picture of me. I think you call that a selfie. They're
very popular. Suddenly selfies are the thing.
Yeah, it's all about selfies.
So interesting how quickly these fads spring up.
Yeah, yeah. And there are all kinds of filters put on the selfie too, because I have an app where I can filter selfies too. So tell me what you think.
Geek goddess.
Tell me what you think. Paste, if you would, paste a link to your Pinterest page in our comment section, and we will actually highlight it in our Facebook feed. We want to get to know you guys, and we've had a couple already. They're really cool. So Thanks so much
Thank you.
for visiting us. See us
Yes,
in July
thank
back here. We're going to
Oh,
be
yes.
teaching the history of Tarot.
Oh, that will be fascinating for you because Tarot also has a magnificent history.
You won't want to miss it.
You won't want to miss it.
So we'll see you then. Goodbye.
Bye.
Put the shades back on. Party.
Bye.
Let's go party.
It's a party. I wish. This month we explore the extraordinary story of the reign of the pharaoh Akhenaten and Nefertiti, who ruled Egypt for about 17 years between roughly 1353 BC and 1335 BC. Akhenaten was known as an iconoclastic genius, a poet, and a philosopher. While even just a boy, he fought against the selfish and the strong, whom he identified particularly with the priests of one of their pantheon of gods named Ammon. This was a polytheistic society in ancient Egypt, and the priests of Ammon were prone to tyranny, and so Akhenaten resolved to destroy the priests and their gods, and to supplant them with his god, with a single god named Aten, the sun god. The high priest had been accustomed to occupying high and influential positions at the court of Akhenaten's father, Amenhotep III. One of the priests had been a chief treasurer, another a grand vizier. But the single-minded and rebellious Akhenaten, when he ascended to the throne, began to embrace and develop the theological beliefs of the obscure Aten solar cult. And he set forth to convince an unheeding world of Aten's sovereignty over all of creation, thus making Akhenaten the first monotheistic ruler of the ancient world. Akhenaten had the noble desire to make all men wise, just, free, and mild. But Akhenaten was also a feminist, believing in the equality of women, as was proved when he married his wife, Nefertiti. She was a queen consort and became co-regent and equal to the pharaoh. She was committed to Akhenaten's vision and is often portrayed worshiping beside him. The royal couple delighted to appear among the people, accompanied by their children. Nefertiti, in some works of art, is shown standing equal next to her husband, symbolically showing that she was equal to her husband. As time went on, treason was attempted by the priestly party, which roused the ire of the strong-minded young king, for he suddenly began a war of bitter persecution against the god Ammon. Everywhere the god's name was chipped from the monuments, the tombs were entered, and the young pharaoh did not spare even the name of his father. It was at this time that he became officially known as Akhenaten, the spirit of Aten. Akhenaten decided to leave Thebes then, and at El Amanah, about 250 miles north, he caused to be laid out a garden city in which were built a gorgeous palace which surpassed that of his father, and a great temple dedicated to the one and only god, Aten. Akhenaten was a proud and profoundly serious man with a great mission, a high-souled prophet. Akhenaten believed it sinful to take away the life which Aten gave. No sacrifices were offered up at his temple. The fruits of the earth were laid on the altars instead. Aten was revealed in beauty, and his worshippers were required to live beautiful lives, believing that the cultured mind abhorred all evil and sought after only that which was most excellent. Akhenaten promoted the idea of the universal brotherhood of man and conceived that the world was beautiful and was pervaded by universal peace. And though Aten, the god, was a sun god, he was not actually the material sun. He was the first cause manifested by the sun, from which all things came, and from which ever issued forth the life-giving and life-sustaining influence, symbolized by rays ending in hands that support and nourish human beings. No grand theology has ever appeared in the world before such as this. It is the forerunner of the later monotheistic religions, while it is even more abstract and impersonal, and may well mark as scientific theism, which in our modern world would be equivalent to the ideas of the 20th century mystic Rudolf Steiner. Akhenaten died while still a young man, and the causes of his death are unknown. But there is speculation that the new pharaoh was in fact Queen Nefertiti, who ruled as a man and attempted to hold together the collapsing dreams of her husband. Though not many women have acted as rulers in ancient Egyptian society, they have been considered to be equal among men in status as well as legal opportunities. Women were shown to be allowed the opportunity to take part in the economy, such as their role as merchants. Women took part also in religious activities. They were allowed to become priestesses. It has now taken women 3,000 years to reclaim their equal social rights. And only now is the world reawakening, heralding a return to higher frequencies of love, compassion, and kindness, and to the eternal feminine divine.